So you approach the George Eliot Hospital on the A444, and as you come to this island, you turn left into Eliot Way. Into the hospital site. And at the next mini island, you'll see the sign there for the SARC on the left. At the next mini island, you turn right into the hospital. You see there another sign for the SARC straight ahead. So go past the car park, past the main hospital entrance on your left, and then as you go up here you'll see there's a barrier across the middle of the road. The barrier is locked by the hospital out of hours, but we do have a key. But for the purposes of this video we'll just pull up short of the barrier, which if you're in a marked police car is never a problem to do. There you see the SARC building on the left. So these 6 yellow hatch marked spaces are for operational use. So when you arrive, when the barrier is open, just pull into one of these spaces, approach the reception front door, and as you'll see in a moment, the staff inside reception can actually see out and will be able to see you approaching. So we'll probably come and open the door for you. Okay, so this is the SARC reception area. So when you first come in, under the current COVID regulations, we'll ask you to have your temperature taken and use some hand gel and sign in. And then if you follow me through to the examination wing, go this way. So we have a self-contained examination wing, and this is where the client will come through and they'll sit down. Everything here is wipeable and moppable for forensic integrity purposes. The client can sit here, will talk to the nurse or the doctor with the crisis worker, provide a bit of a medical history so that the necessary contraception and infection control measures can be taken, provide an account of what's happened so that the clinician knows what samples to take. And then through here we have the examination room. The examination room is thoroughly cleaned down by the crisis worker after every case, and then you'll see a yellow seal is put on the door. That seal has got a unique number, so potentially part of the chain of evidence can be that you arrive, you can record the number on the door, and that can be confirmed that that room has been, nobody has entered that room since it was last forensically cleaned, and the statement could be taken from the crisis worker if need be to prove that it was cleaned, it was sealed, and then the seal was opened on the next case. Through here, between the examination room and this little post-examination area is a wet room. So the idea is that the client goes into the examination room. We won't open that for forensic reasons, but that's where the colposcope is contained, all the forensic modules, the couch, etc. And then after the examination, the client can come through the far door of the examination room into the wet room that's the other side of this door, have a shower. We provide a toiletry pack. And then rather than go back into the examination room, the client can come through this way and maybe relax a little bit. It's not so forensic. There's a carpet in this room and they can relax. Also on this side of the examination room, examination suite, we have an interview facility. We haven't been using it during COVID, but we'll start using it again. So we have an interview room. Pretty standard interview room with camera covering the whole room and a camera that can zoom in to focus on the client. And obviously an officer sits here talking to them, as you'll know. And then next to it, there is a interview monitoring room. So another officer can sit here monitoring the interview and working together as a team. So obviously, as you all know, sometimes it's helpful to the client to get the interview and the forensic examination all done in the one visit. This safe here in the examination room, that's where the colposcope DVDs are stored so that they're secure. And you'll see here, for example, a couple of our SARC freezers. You will take any of the forensic evidence away with you and store them in police facilities. But what we have for our self-referral clients, we have a number of freezers dotted around the site. We keep a daily record of the temperature. They're locked and secured freezers, and we keep a register of all the forensic evidence that we have taken from self-referral clients. And so that if a self-referral client at any point decides to make a police complaint and you come to us with their consent for their evidence, we're able to have a chain of continuity to say we know exactly which crisis worker put that evidence into which freezer and where it's remained until you come and take it from us. So when we first started in 2013, the SARC was for all ages. As you will probably appreciate now, there is a West Midlands regional paediatric sexual assault service. So child cases are dealt with by them. We will occasionally see a 16 or 17-year-old by mutual agreement if everybody agrees that that's the right thing to do. But we still have what was our child facility. This part of it was intended for very small children, and we have a separate area for older children. And basically this can be used as a second examination suite because, as you'll appreciate, rape and sexual assaults are fairly sporadic and we could have two cases at the same time. So there's no reason why we couldn't use this second examination suite for an adult case. And it's basically the same setup as the other side. So you've got the examination room, as you can see, sealed. Through at the back of the examination room is a wet room, and then the journey through to the restroom there. And again, we have an interview room for purposes of recording ABE interviews. I have a store here. The store, basically, the reason I mention the store is we would like to think that everything you need when you come to the SARC is held here. So there's a whole range of exhibit bags. We have all of the DVDs that you would need for an ABE and paperwork, etc. So everything you need basically is here for you. And one other point I'd make is you'll see in the reception our kitchen area in the corner. We've made it pretty plain here that everybody who attends the SARC is to be looked after in terms of being offered an espresso coffee or a mug of tea, cold water, squash, hot chocolate. We have biscuits, we have crisps, we have pot noodles. And my view personally as the manager here is that the welfare of the police officers who attend the SARC is as important as everybody else's welfare. So you will be looked after. Also, you can see through that door, we have a little garden, which is an area where our clients can go and get a bit of fresh air and can maybe relax and, quite crucially, sometimes have a cigarette. The hospitals are no smoking site, but there is permission granted that our clients could go out there and have a cigarette. Okay, and I think the last thing really that the police officers perhaps would need to see would be the store room at the back. So this storeroom doubles as the interview monitoring area for the child side, but also you'll see the range of forensic modules that we retain here at the SARC. So in each examination room there is a fully stocked set of drawers, and this is all of our backup equipment. So you can see that, like I've said, we have everything here that we feel that you would need for your forensic examination cases.